Hey VC, how you doing? It's Gordon at I Dig Vinyl here, coming at you from the cold, windswept, icy blasted lands of the west of Scotland. And this is a video response to Christian's cracking thread all about songs to do with winter. I like his thread, I like the idea of it. I particularly admire the fact that he did his video in his house with lots of outdoor clothing on. I've decided to replicate that. So I hope to see lots of other videos with chaps with their best winter gear on. Actually, in Scotland, the wintry weather is forecast for next week, so that's quite apt. But I have to tell you, it isn't that wintry at the moment. But nevertheless, I have 7 records to show that all have something to do with winter, and I'm going to crack right through them just now. Hope you enjoy. In chronological order, excuse me, that's better. Wow, chronological order, start with the Doors. 1967, I think it is. Ironically, it's Waiting for the Sun. But of course, the song is fantastic. Wintertime Love. Brilliant waltz, all about exactly what it says. It's a lovely love song about someone who is, I think they're reflecting on the seasons and so on, but it's very much a winter song. Wintertime Love by The Doors from their brilliant psychedelic classic Waiting for the Sun. Moving on a few years, this is an album I don't listen to enough, I guess. Rolling Stones, Goat's Head Soup, and of course the song here is simply called Winter. I was listening to it earlier on today and it kind of brought to mind kind of classic era Stones. I think this is just past the classic peak Stonesy time, but Winter songs reminds me of something you might find on Sticky Fingers. So you even get kind of vibes of something like Moonlight Mile. Great song about a cold love in a long winter, and Mick sings that with a great deal of classic mid 70s, early 70s Jagger, howl and yelp and longing. Cool tune. Next one is Winter. And here comes another album from later on in the decade that I don't listen to enough. The kind of often ignored television album, Adventure. And the song here is not so obvious. It's called Carried Away. Really beautiful lyrics though, and that's the thing. It's set at winter time. The song is about a person who's down on their luck and they're down at the dockside, and it's definitely winter, snow's falling, all the rest of it. I presume it's Tom Verlaine's lyrics here, and they paint an amazing scene. It really is a really evocative scene of a dockside at winter, and they are reminiscing, I think, on a relationship going wrong, sort of maybe wondering what, with regret, what happened. But it's really the evocation of the scene that's brilliant. So Tom Verlaine and the guys from I think a kind of underrated album. It's often very much in the shade of Marquee Moon, but good album in its own right. And the wintry song is Carried Away. Okay, next, from a great artist, moving another decade in, it's Lou Reed, whose brilliant album, New York, and the tune in question is called Christmas in February. I don't know too many Lou Reed songs that are like this one. Maybe there are plenty that I just don't know about, but it's a kind of protest song, I guess. It's about a guy coming home from Vietnam, and I suppose he's expecting to be welcomed home and comes home the conquering hero, war hero, etc. But it just isn't like that at all. If you're expecting like a celebration or a kind of Christmas in February vibe, it's not happening. So great tune. Again, Lou Reed's very thoughtful lyrics make it what it is. It's an interesting little story. It's very kind of anti-war. But I'm kind of curious why it's on an album from that particular year. It seems like a long time since that was kind of all finished. Anyway, Christmas in February, great album, suits the wintry scene. We've got Christmas, we've got February, perfect. And a wee link from that one is the kind of sound of Galaxie 500 from, I think, pretty much the same year, to be honest. This is late 80s, and the sound is very much Velvet Underground style, not Lou Reed solo 1980s style. It's much more reminiscent of late 60s Velvet Underground, which I love. Very dreamy. The mood is just, as I say, it's kind of dreamy stuff. I love it. You can drift off to the song Snowstorm. Just to continue that wintry theme, the song is Snowstorm by Galaxie 500. Again, great evocative vocals, evocative music. The lyrics are all about a guy, on surface level it's like he's been sent home from his work because the weatherman's talked about a gathering snowstorm, but I suppose it's about much deeper things like that. But the atmosphere is great. It does really have that sort of kind of wall of noisy vibe to it, a wee bit like being enveloped in a snowstorm or white noise, I suppose, in a really cool Velvet Undergroundy way. So Galaxie 500 and Snowstorm. And I thought we'll just quickly finish off with a classic from much closer to home. Any excuse I can get to show off my favourite 7-inch is a band from a stone's throw from where I sit just now that you might probably not familiar with, but they are called Whiteout. So couldn't think of anything more apt. Snowstorm to Whiteout. Whiteout were a bunch of local lads who, this incarnation here on this, their only single that they released with this lineup, was such a brilliant thing for me to get hold of aged about 15. It's a double A-side single, Next Big Thing and Orange Overdrive, and the style of it is a load of sort of psychedelic, jangly 80s indie, all sort of distilled into, I don't know, all through the Beatles, all of that. Brilliant double A-side. This lineup classically kind of fell apart for different reasons, and they continued as a band to have some success, but they were never this outfit here, and this is the outfit that they creatively created this sound, which you can check out on YouTube. I just love it. So Whiteout, local boys from where I'm from as well, and their double A-side single to finish off my wintry selection for Christian. Anyway, actually getting lost in here. Seriously about to go out for a run and enjoy some Scottish weather. I'm not sure what it is, whether it's winter, hail, you never know, you get all of that at the same time often. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, enjoyed putting it together. I like taking part in a little thread. So cheers to Christian, see you later.